Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tanks Talks Tuesday, or Tanks Tuesday Talks. I'm gonna go very soon to just call it Triple T or TTT, because that's the reason why I chose the Tuesday for that. Today is the 4th of June, it is my 36th birthday. I've been asked about that in chat again, how old I am and everything. I know I answered it in the first video, but here we go. It's my birthday anyway, so yeah. Yippee, it's my 36th birthday. On my health reasons, like I mentioned in the last episodes, I'm nearly good to go again. I'll be back at my day job on Saturday. Most likely on Saturday. Actually, most definitely on Saturday. And yeah, so that issue at least has been gone. Unfortunately, my knee is still fucked up. That is the other health issue I have there. And unfortunately, there is no more surgical way to fix it. So I kind of have to live with that and try to figure out a way. Probably I need to find another job. Because the job I have now is basically just standing, which is not good for my fucked up knee. Of course, I need to lose some weight, about 25 kilos to get back down to 100 kilo. At the moment I'm around 125, 126. I haven't weighed myself in a couple of weeks, but I'm constantly losing weight. Also, my home trainer bicycle finally arrived, the new one. I had an old one, I just got rid of that one. Because it's my birthday, I decided to get myself a nice shiny black one. A better one with a more comfortable seat and everything, so I can keep up my training, which is basically all I can do. I can't go swimming. Well, I couldn't the last 2 weeks because of the open wound. And bicycle riding, which I couldn't do with the old one because the saddle was really digging into the wound, so I couldn't sit down there for more than 2 minutes or so. And yeah, I mean, swimming should be good. I hope next week or so, as soon as the wound is completely closed. At least we don't have to flush it out anymore. But anyway, on today's episode, we're gonna talk about pay-to-win games, or loot boxes and stuff like that. I've been asked time and time again, I should play again World of Tanks, Armored Warfare, games like that, and I still do play World of Warships. War Thunder is another game people in Discord keeps asking me to do. War Thunder, unfortunately, I'm just too lazy to start all over again, and in my opinion, that is not really a pay-to-win game yet. It's getting there, but so far you can still have a decent enough time without taking real money into your hands. And to be honest, I don't really have a big problem with free-to-play games, like World of Warships, World of Warplanes, World of Tanks, War Thunder, or Armored Warfare, because they are free-to-play games. You do not have to take any money into your hands. You can play the game, it just takes a little bit longer of time, of course, if you don't use real money to get an XP boost or to convert in-game currency into, to convert XP from other vehicles to other tanks, like we do in World of Warships. But I like World of Warships. I don't know, it's a game that is my speed. It's not overly too fast, it's not really complicated. I'm not super good at it, but I also do not play quite a lot of the game, so most of the time I play it a couple of weeks, very, very intensively, like every morning before I need to go to work, so like from midnight to 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I hop into the game and play it for 2 or 3 hours, do the missions, do just random battles, stuff like that. Sometimes I jump in. I haven't done that in 3 weeks now with Scriptar. We stream it together. I like World of Warships. I'm not super good at it, but I like my American cruiser line I have there. I like to play the American cruisers. I don't know why. I mean, I'm Swiss, my mother is German. I probably should play the German ships, but I have more fun in the American cruisers. Getting to the point where I like the aircraft carriers as well as I love to play battleships. I completely sucks with destroyers, and in my opinion, World of Warships isn't really a pay-to-win game in that opinion. I mean, yeah, I can convert free experience from gold, with gold from ships, which I do not need to get to the next tier. For example, for tier 10 aircraft carrier, I can convert experience I made with my Atlanta, with my Des Moines, whatever ship I have, where all the XP is turned into basically free experience. It's still ship experience, but I can't unlock anything else on the ships because they are completely unlocked. Which gives me a boost, of course. I can get to the next tier of aircraft carrier, to the next tier of battleship, whatever. I could even start in another nation, in a tech tree, like I don't know. At some point I maybe decide I really like the British cruisers and start down the British cruiser line. With the free experience, of course, I can jump ships. I can buy the ship. I can research the ship. I can buy the ship with money I have. I have like 20 millions or so, which I just got from playing, but also if I'm short on money, I can use gold to convert it into credits in the game to buy the new ship. However, I still suck with the new ship, so it's not really pay to win. I haven't really found any ship in World of Warship which is like super overpowered, like there is no skill needed. I just can drive into the center of the map and fire everything, shoot everything to death without having without getting sunk, because I think it is really well balanced. That's in World of Warships. In World of Tanks, however, I can't get a decent game because I play random battles. It has been about 2 years since I played it last, to be honest. Maybe it has changed a bit. And if you don't spend gold ammo, you can't get any kills, and you just get killed by people just spamming gold ammo at you, so they don't have to aim for your weak spots and stuff like that. It's just no fun for me anymore. I played World of Tanks from the closed beta up to, what was it, about 2 years ago, very intensively as well. Nah, it's about 3 years ago. I basically stopped when World of Warships came out, and World of Warships had just the 3-year anniversary, I think. I'm not quite sure about that, but yeah, that's basically when I actually stopped World of Tanks. What in Armored Warfare, in my opinion, has the exact same problem. However, Armored Warfare has a very nice PvE system where it doesn't really get into account, so I still enjoy the occasional Armored Warfare game. I haven't made any videos of it for a long time. I'm sorry about that, but like I said, I play it very infrequently, and I do not get very good at it. I mean, the PvE missions I mostly manage to win, but it's just not very interesting material, I think, to make videos out of it. I might do another stream or so, and you guys can tell me differently that you really enjoy seeing me try my best and failing, or just winning with pure luck the PvE missions and stuff like that. World of Warplanes is another thing. I'm just not a very good pilot. I suck at pilot games. I'm just not. My reflexes aren't what they used to be. If you see me play any shooters on my channel, which happens from time to time, where I stream Battlefield, Call of Duty, World War II, whatever, you can see that I'm just not very good at shooters anymore. I used to be awesome at shooters. I remember the first 2 Call of Duties, when we finally had a decent enough internet connection, not just the 56k. Well, I actually started with the 56k to play those games as well. Which, I mean, I could join a game, and after half an hour or so on the server, I was in the top 3 most of the times, because my reflexes were there. I was early 20s. And it was really nice to play that game. I had a lot of fun. For now, I enjoy shooters still, but just for the story modus. So I'm actually looking forward to the newest Call of Duty. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which should release in September, I think I saw. Yeah, I think it was in September. Anyways, yeah, the World of Warplanes. I can't say if you are getting a super bonus if you use real money or not. Same goes for War Thunder. As far as I'm aware, when I still played it quite intensively, you don't really get a huge bonus for spending real money. You get like an XP bonus and stuff, which you could arguably I can't say that word. You could argue about that. This is very pay to win, and in some certain points I would agree with you. However, like I said, those are all free to play games I just mentioned, and therefore they need to make some money somehow, so they can come out with new content, they can upgrade the game and stuff like that. The developers need to be paid as well, and I'm talking about the real guy who is actually coding and developing, not like the studio, which in my opinion just makes very bad decisions, or most of the studios do in last time. Like with loot boxes in a $60 AAA title, you can spend money on loot boxes which give you a bonus in multiplayer game. That is really that's just pay for win, for pure pay for win for me. I have never spent a dime in any game where I had to pay full price. Like you see, like you can see on my channel, I really like Tom Clancy's The Division, and I really like Tom Clancy's The Division 2. But those are full AAA titles which cost $60 or whatever. Especially if you buy them directly at release, which is what I do most of the time with a game I like. And I have not spent a single other dime except maybe for a DLC. Although in Tom Clancy's The Division, in the first one, I haven't spent even on the DLCs, because there were so much other games coming out afterwards, I just couldn't keep up. And I actually stopped buying the Season Pass after Fallout 4, because I bought Fallout 4 with all the Season Pass, and there are still 2 DLCs I haven't even played a minute in since they came out. Because there's just too much other games, and I want to do content for the channel, and yeah, the day is only 24 hours long. You should sleep to get healthy again. I should sleep to get healthy again. If I wouldn't sleep, I would probably be even worse than I am right now with my health condition, with my fucked up knee. And yeah, there's just not enough time in the day with the day job and trying to make interesting YouTube content, because that's what I enjoy doing, and play every game you want. However, you have seen on my channel, I basically only play games which I do enjoy. There is the one or the other game I got a key from a developer, which I had a look at, and I felt I needed to make a video because I got the key for free. However, I have never played the game again, because it was not fun for me to play. So therefore, yeah, I felt like a little bit like a sellout. I mean, I didn't get any money or anything from it, other than the people who are watching the video and don't have an ad block, so what I get from Google AdSense and everything. But it is not much. It's not supplying any rent money or anything for me. Like I said, I do it mostly out of fun. That's why you saw the last couple of years massive amount of of Hearts of Iron 4, because I just really enjoy this game. Lately, I haven't uploaded that much Hearts of Iron 4 anymore, because I played it a little bit too much and I needed to take a break. If you go in the beginning of my channel, I basically nearly only played Ark Survival Evolved, because I was just fascinated by that game and the hours just melted in that game, and I really enjoyed playing that game. But I also overplayed it, and I hop in from time to time. From time to time you see a new episode pop up on a new server from our Crazy Folks server with those people I really enjoy. Bowden Maddox, Scriptar. Actually, let me just really check who I haven't mentioned here. Scott. I actually have never played with Rito, but yeah, most of those people also moved on, so there is no longer. Well, well, Bowden still plays it. Scripter hops in from time to time. Mortuary, of course. I like to spend time with those guys in games. Sometimes I make a video out of it. Sometimes I just play games with them. Although, like I said, the last couple of weeks I haven't. I have barely paid attention to Discord or anything while I was getting over the pain and everything. But it is what it is. Then, yeah, and I really don't see the point of AAA titles trying to milk out the last penny out of students, out of basically people in my age, so mid-30s, early 40s, which grew up with the first generation of home video games, so to say, and enjoy playing video games in their free time, and they try everything to just squeeze out the last cent of a game. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. And like I said in the beginning, yeah, you could argue World of Warships is a pay-to-win game. In my opinion, no, because you still need a decent amount of skill. World of Tanks, on the other hand, you can load gold and basically shoot through every armor of every tank, which does not have happened yet in World of Warships. I mean, of course, you can kind of buy your way up to a tier 10 ship, and you be always top tier, but if the other side has players who played from tier 1 up to tier 10 and actually learned to play their ships, you won't stand a chance with any tier 10 ship which you just bought and have no idea how to really play it. You just get destroyed by the other guys. In World of Tanks, completely different thing. I buy gold ammo, I sit in a bush, I shoot your tank to smithereens because you didn't saw me and I was lucky. In World of Warships, that's just not possible because you don't have gold ammunition, for example. And that's what I really like about the game. And then you have like, what was it? Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Was it? Yeah, 4. Where you could buy a red dot sign for your gun for $2. I mean, come on. Really? Just to make a $2 because you want to sell a little bit of a red dot sign? Okay, that's just a cosmetic, but it is what is. Yeah, it's just not very fair. Fallout 76, which they promise never to have any pay-to-win content, just cosmetics. Which I must say again, I have nothing against cosmetics. If you want to spend your money on cosmetics, go and spend your money on cosmetics. I buy, well, not just cosmetics, but I bought supply crates in World of Warships before, which comes with new camouflages. Okay, they give you a bonus on XP, they give you a bonus on credits, they give you a reduced cost on the repair of your ship. You could say that's pay to win again, but like I said, it's not. It's a free game, and it doesn't make you magically better just because you have the camo on your ship, which gives you plus 200% XP, plus 150% commander XP, plus 75% credits. It doesn't make your ship any better. If you get destroyed first without hitting any other ships, you don't make barely any experience, except your team wins. You make barely any money, and you have to pay the repair of your ship. In other games, like in Fallout 76, they just mentioned, or they just added repair kits, which means you don't have to go back to your base to repair your gun, your armor, and stuff like that. And if you play PvP there, that's just not fair. And apparently, I'm not quite sure. I haven't played Fallout 76 or even bought Fallout 76 even after the open beta, because I was just very disappointed. Well, the game itself I actually liked, but I saw the leveling up system and I was very afraid that they would bring in loot crates or loot packages, which they are, and I don't know. They make millions of money. Millions of dollars of money. I know that the companies do because of loot boxes and stuff like that, but I don't see the point. I really don't see the point. It doesn't add any more fun to the game, in my opinion, if you now have a little red dot sign, or you have another... I don't know, if you play Fallout 76, you can paint your power armor in another color now because you spent $2. Yeah, like I said again, cosmetics, sure, go for it, but I don't know why the companies keep... Well, I do know, because they want to make money, but I just don't see the point, actually. But yeah, I think I ranted enough about that for this episode. Let's get to some questions, which we got a couple of new questions in Tank's question for Tank on my Discord channel. Link in the description, by the way, if you want to join it. That one was just a fun question. This one I already answered. Yeah, okay, so there's basically just two questions. The one I already answered before. I have not been married. I was engaged once. I was a virgin till I was 22 years of age. So you could say I was a late bloomer if you want to. But now to the real questions. I served in the Brave Swiss Army. Yes, Allgamer, I did. What was my favorite duty? My favorite training drill? My favorite duty was my mission abroad, definitely. Or the 5 missions I actually did. I still cannot talk about them. I think I still have to wait 1 more year. I said that in an episode before that I have to check my contract. I haven't done that yet, so I'm sorry about that, guys. But I'm pretty sure it's 1 more year I have to wait. There was... I don't remember, was it 15 or 10 years? Kind of an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Not that we did anything stupid or very dangerous or stuff like that, but just... It is what it is. It's the army. Every country probably has stuff like that. My favorite training drill was probably, due to the fact that I was mountain infantry, I would say it was the... guard duty shooting drills, which we did in the Swiss Army in a 30-meter box, so to say. We called it KD box for Kurzdistanz, short distance shooting, where you had the different scenarios, how you react when you are on guard duty and you have to use your weapon. Plus, we also did, yeah, basically I could say shooting was the best part, or the best drills I had in the army, basic training. Also afterwards, whenever we did some shooting training. I don't know why it is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed shooting my gun there. If I wouldn't have been in the army, what would my preferred full-time job have been? Well, Swiss Army is never a full-time army, so to say. Well, that's not basically true. You could go to be a full-time army officer, but you have to decide that quite early on, and you have to actually study for it, as far as I'm aware. And there are some other full-time jobs, like instructor jobs, where you could work full-time for the Swiss Army. But yeah, Swiss Army is in Switzerland is mandatory for everybody, every male able body of 18 years old. You have to go to recruiting day, where you do different tests to see what you can do and what you can't do, and which branch you would be best served in. Except for the Air Force, you have to start that with 14 or 16? 14. I'm not quite sure. You have to go to like a pre-flight school for that. And I definitely did... Well, I tried to do that actually, but I was not good enough in math. Well, I wasn't in the right tier of schooling. Let's put it that way. I was good enough at math, but I was very, very bad in German. German is the language we write here in Switzerland, even though Swiss German is different to German German. We call it dyslexic. It's like an illness where your brain has problems with reading and writing words sometimes. Apparently that's a thing. Apparently I have that since I'm 6 years old. That's when I was diagnosed. Anyways, what job would I have preferred as a full-time job? I actually tried to become IT guy, so we call it Informatiker in German. But I applied at 73 companies for the internship as the IT guy, and well, internship is the wrong word. What's the right word in English? It's not like a school. You work in a company, but you learn the job, and it takes apprenticeship. I applied in 73 companies for the apprenticeship as the IT guy. I got rejected 70 times just straight away. I just got the mail back. No, thank you. You don't qualify. I was in 3 companies and worked for between 3 days and a week. Like we call it Probearbeit, or test working. To see if you would fit into the team, if it was really the job you would like to do. And 2 of the 3 places, they chose somebody else with better grades in school, or who lived actually closer to the company than me. I would have had at one place I would have had a hour and a half way to work with public transport. And the other place, they just chose a guy who had better marks at school, which is fair play. He did work better in school, so he should get a better job, I guess. And the third party, I actually signed the contract. I could have started there. Unfortunately, the company, it was a very big company. I'm not going to say the name because that would be not fair. But they closed down the company place in Switzerland. It's an international company, and I could still have done the apprenticeship. I think if I would have moved, I don't remember it correctly. I would have to move into another country, and I had to decide that like on the spot, would you want to or no? And of course, I was very undecisive back then, very young guy, so I couldn't decide, and I didn't go. I don't remember, was it France, Italy, Germany? It was some other country around Switzerland where they moved to, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was not Germany, because I would have had to learn another language as well, so probably Italy or France, maybe even Spain. I really don't remember, but that's what I didn't do. Why I didn't do it. So I would say I don't know if it's still a dream job, but I probably would enjoy getting to work in the IT really for a living as well. I learned a job. I'm basically a printer, so I know how to print books and how to operate a printing machine to print books and stuff like that, which I enjoyed. It was a good 4-year apprenticeship. It's just not really the job I was hoping to get when I was there. And if I think back all the different jobs I had in my 36 years of life, which is not a lot, I know, but I feel way older sometimes. The job I really enjoyed the most was the army. So that probably tells you something, that something's wrong with my brain. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of TTT. Triple T, TTT. Yeah, and I hope to see you in any of my next videos, or in one of my next upcoming live streams. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.